Guttzy. Pull out the bomb. Y'all ain't Guttzy. Y'all ain't Guttzy. Y'all ain't Guttzy. Pull out the bomb.
Something that wasn't on the list that I wanted to talk about too as well. LB. He posted the cryptic message about I'm free.
Talk about it.
So I didn't have it on here, but I do remember. I think he keeps.
There you go. SFX.
I believe 6 Sounds probably has it on their page.
Yo, do that again. Yo, do that again and zoom in on my face quick.
This guy's a fucking idiot.
Salute to the editors.
Yo.
Let me see if I can find it there. Let me see if we can find the message there.
It was on 6 Sounds?
Yeah, 6 Sounds. I have it here. So, shout out 6 Sounds, man. You're always doing your great work. He says, finally free. Posted in the stories. About to go hard now, my word. Is he off the label?
I can find out.
I DM'd him still. He didn't reply.
Sound effect.
Go to my face now. Stupid. Yo, but no, this is a serious thing because I feel like they were holding him back, bro. If this is true and he is free up from the label, no offense to the label, and I've been saying it, I feel like when labels get Toronto artists, they just don't know what the fuck to do with them. They just get them because it's just like, yo, we just need them.
Yo.
Especially rap artists. But I think this is the best thing for LB.
So great question. Because he went public with that, do you feel like they're gonna blackball him now?
No.
Don't care.
Who?
You never know, like, because
Friday has this thing where you can't get blackballed. He feels like you can't get blackballed.
Okay.
Because we were having a conversation about this earlier, or last week, or not even last week, on the podcast, last episode. Big Paige. Big Paige feels like, well, allegedly that he's been blackballed by Drake, and Bugs feels like he's been blackballed by the industry to Toronto, and Friday just feels like you just can't get blackballed.
Yeah, I think you get black. I believe you get black. Blackballing is real still.
Ooh.
It's real.
Friday's like, nah, y'all niggas.
Okay, this is what the two examples that you just said right there are perfect, because with Paige, there was a possible way of being blackballed because, you know, radio stations and stuff like that, like we needed that back then. You know what I'm saying? But with LB, they can't blackball him over here in Toronto because, like, okay, the labels ain't fucking with him, but like he's not a radio guy anyway.
I don't even think they would. I think a blackball is a situation where it's just like you piss somebody off that's a higher up, and I don't think LB pissed anybody off. I just think it was a situation where it just wasn't working. So I think if it's like Bugs was doing a lot of shit that was pissing people off.
Yeah.
He was saying a lot of shit he shouldn't been saying. He just not even just about other people in the industry, but like fuck shit in-house. But people in the industry, that's what is gonna bug. Him saying, you know, talking about shit about maybe Drake or Smiley or just, you know what I'm saying, being extra with certain things. You probably don't want to say that. Same thing with Big Paige. Big Paige feeling like, yo, Drake took me off this and that and the third, and people didn't play me and da. Or, you know, I got a problem with Drake, and people are like, nah, I want to stay away from that. So I think in that sense, you will get blackballed in that way.
Yeah.
If people just look at you like you might be a problem, I'm going to stay away from you. I'm not going to play you. I'm not going to, because I'm going to get questioned. I think, yeah, you can get blackballed.
Like, I remember when French Montana was blowing up, like, I think it was like 06 or something. And it's coming up. And like, I think it was Dipset or Jim Jones should have, like, they were telling, like, they're saying that he was saying, like,
Jim Jones, yeah.
Yeah, telling the radio stations, yo, if you're going to play this guy, don't play much. And they're like,
And that's time when, like, Ballin is out and shit like that.
Yeah. When the French slowly climb up above that, and they say, yo, this guy's hot, man. We
French
have to
probably
play
got
him.
bigger records than all of them now.
Yeah, and, you know. And
That's crazy to think about it. French probably does got bigger records than all of them.
Yeah. 50 had a habit of doing that too.
Yeah.
If you fuck with my ops, then like you can't
fuck play my song.
Yeah, or you can't be on my, even in my squad. Like he kicked Game out because he was fucking with Jada and Fat
Kiss
Joe
and all of them. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that became a problem with him and Wu Kid too at one point, because Wu Kid had the radio station. He had to bring up certain niggas that would have problem with fucking 50 and shit. So
I think even Lloyd Banks even had that same issue with 50.
yeah.
Not as one of the main issues, but like 50 doesn't like you fucking with his ops, fam.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's fucking true. But kind of back to LB, what do we think? It is because that's another thing I wanted to ask too. Before we get into the break, who are we like expecting big things from for 2022 as artists from Toronto? And LB for me is one of those guys. Like I feel like LB needs to have a big year, fam. I feel like I don't know, like the label thing really just didn't work. He had a 1-2 songs. It just didn't do anything. He was just doing his thing. So now he's free up. He says he's about to go hard. Are we gonna see like consistently beer music where from LB? He's mature now. He's an older LB. So what do you think? This could be this LB's year? LB takes over. LB gets trending songs. You know,
depends what he puts out. Still, right? If he puts out some real, like good, like great music,
he gets the boy co-sign and shit.
Yeah, right. Real good music is what people want to hear. It's sick, and then you have to match with a follow up again, and then maybe third time's a charm, and then I think you're coasting from there.
It's a double-edged sword when you're getting away from the labels or like signed or not signed to a label, right? When you're signed to a label, yeah, you're kind of constricted. You got to go on their timelines and whenever you could put out your shit. But you also have that budget. You know, when it's time to drop, they're going to fucking give you a dope video budget and give you mad promo. Like on the backdrop, that's like, you know, on the window or whatever. Like there's a little piece of LB's picture that's off of him being plastered all over Toronto. That's the label responsible for that.
Yeah,
right?
Facts.
So now that he's off the label, now he can drop whenever he wants. You know what I'm saying? He could drop whatever he wants.
True.
The label can't tell him, oh, no, that's a little bit too gangster. Oh, no, he could drop whatever he wants, but he don't got the budget.
Or does he?
Exactly.
Well,
X-Files. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Face.
Or does he? One.
Okay, 2.
Or does... Wait.
1, 2.
But yeah, you see, you know what I mean? Like, also, like, you get all the staff that, you know, sets up all your interviews, does all those different things that, like, the label can do for you. Now you have to do all that yourself.
True.
But what you do leave with is the connections if you were in the label system at one point in time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the knowledge. So, you know.
I'm pretty sure he's learned a lot from being whatever label he was with. Warner, right? Yeah, so Warner, I'm pretty sure he's learned a lot and he's gonna definitely take that and run with that. So I'm excited to see. I've even though a lot of shit didn't hit, like I like the song with 2K Baby, GoPro, I like that song. He did like the Kawasaki track. He had a 1-2 songs that I felt like were bubbling, but they just didn't take off the way they probably should have. You know what I'm saying? And it probably wasn't even the label's fault. You know, sometimes shit just doesn't work. It just doesn't match up.
You ever go to like a studio and hear how it sounds like inside the studio, but then when you hear like through like the regular speakers, you're like, oh, like, it's like
even too sometimes like when you hear you're right, because like sometimes I'll hear like the hard version of a song, and then when I hear the real version, it's just like that wasn't the way I thought it was. Like I think like
no those ones.
I think it was like 2 Cases are one of them for top 5. Like when I originally heard when he was in the studio doing it, sounded so much fire. Then when the actual song came out, I was like,
You get the second verse, you're like, all right.
It's like
But G41 sounds fire though. And you guys need to fucking drop that fucking song. M Sav, J Neat.
little nickel down.
Yeah, and even with LB Spiffy, like he has an uphill battle, fam. You gotta remember, he's a childhood star. That's not easy when you're like, you come into the game when you're like a teenager.
Yeah.
And now you start becoming an adult. You know what I'm saying?
It's like Bow Wow.
Like even like Lil Mouse, what happened to like he started sick. Now he's just like no one takes him in.
The guy said Little Mouse.
Yeah.
This guy always pulls out the obscure name out the basket.
Like you know when he was sick, like it was a little kid rapping about drilling, you know?
Yeah.
Now he's just big, grown, and like no one cares about him.
Or illegal.
Yeah.
For the old heads out there who might be watching this, like illegal, like Jamal and fucking whatever the other guys, they were like super kid rappers that were rapping.
You know who the fuck Illegal is?
No.
Yeah.
You don't know who Illegal is, eh? Do you know who Illegal is?
Fuck no.
Wow.
I gotta ask my bro on that one.
Even Jared Redder got blackballed bad, yo. Like shit.
Who?
Jared Redder.
Jared Redder was trash though.
What? No.
He was trash.
Hot take.
Well, I don't know. He's sick of the freestyles, but
Okay, let me take that back. Jared Redder wasn't trash. He just wasn't it. He didn't have the it factor, fam. No offense.
Maybe.
He was rapping a lot of hard shit, looking like a nerd, like a backpack guy. And I think that threw me off for me. Like, you know, he had the glasses, like they didn't even look like they were like ton up glasses. They just looked like they were really like reading glasses and shit like that. Like JR Ryder. No offense, JR, but I just felt like he wasn't the guy.
Y'all ready for this?
And then Hell Rell was ugly as fuck, so that was
Illegal.
And I was with Dred, and he was the left side. And we got together like that. You know, we did had a good.
who the fuck are these little niggas like?
Introduced us to Dallas.
2000.
Jax. Ooh, yeah.
Was it New York?
Like,
Yeah. They were part of Def Squad, like fucking Eric
Eric
Sermon
Sermon and them? Oh man.
you know, and like everybody.
Where's
that-
the fucking tune?
Malik obeyed the lawnmower and Chris obeyed the grass. That's his 8 MCs. That's just what he do.
He looks like that black youth that did TV shows.
From
Alive.
music?
I think he went on to do TV
Music.
shows. Like one of these guys went on to do TV.
The black youth, the same black
It's
youth.
him, right? I think so.
Run it, let me see.
I don't need no permission. I still come out and break to Uncle Sam. I say shit about me, crisscross.
And they were dissing Crisscross
nothing
and everybody.
about me, crisscross. Nigga, you ain't hard.
Right? You got those ones. Like,
Well, yeah. So they tried to come back and or they just didn't even try a thing after.
it's a one and done.
No, they broke up, and then like after a while, like the thing is when you grow up and then you get older, like people take you in a different way, right? Look at what you mentioned Bow Wow, right? As Bow Wow grew up and he started talking about being in a strip club and fucking chicks, and he even tried to get a little gangster at one point. People were like, shut the fuck up, Bow Wow. Come on.
Yeah, you go from I wanna thank you, fish,
Yeah.
which is my favorite dish.
Whoa.
To you ain't riding. You ain't bumbling like I'm bumbling.
Yeah. That's
You
what-
ain't
that's-
fresh in my ears.
Yeah, that's his
You
gene,
ain't
dog.
big dipping. You ain't steady
Yeah.
dipping.
Even that
Oh,
really,
girl
really nice-
getting homie. You ain't. That's when you go in that
Yeah.
Romeo. I was
Yeah,
like, quarter.
That's it. 18 team making more than the dirt.
Yeah, quarter.
Yeah, people don't know how to take that in, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a hard left. And with LB, he came in as a young, I love my gang, right? So he didn't come in on some, PG shit, but he didn't come in like super hard gangster shit. It was like a lullaby sing-songy shit.
Yeah.
That's what fucking Lil Tecca took the swag from, right? But I think the label thought that they could just repeat that over and over again.
Yeah. And too, with Bow Wow, Bow Wow was like, he had everything there, man. He had JD. You can't go wrong with JD.
Yeah.
You have the Brat, Usher, like so many different talented friggin' artists around you. So even like Bow Wow wasn't writing none of his shit. He just had to perform it really well. So
Yeah.
that's what they did. They had him in the studio performing that shit. Even before that, it was Snoop and Dre. Yeah, Bow Wow I think it was a little bit different. So hopefully for LB, yeah, man. I just hope like I see we know behind the scenes that he will be taken care of well though. Like we know his team behind the scenes, and hopefully they keep him in the right track regardless. So big up LB. But yeah,
If you like this video or any other videos like this, there's more that you can choose from. Make sure you like, comment, and share these videos, and make sure you subscribe right now.